Hello and welcome to a new Widget Wednesday. And in this Widget Wednesday, we are going to deep dive one of our newest dashboards. So in the dashboard gallery, we recently have added the Windows application stability and performance dashboard. And I want to go over it and what you can find and do with it. So this is a big dashboard. It has a lot of widgets. And what it does is show you the stability of an app and show you the impact on your system of that app. So these apps, this dashboard doesn't make a lot of sense without first selecting the application you want to look at. So that is already good to know. So if you just open this dashboard and don't select an application, it's not that functional. So always make sure to either select an application or a process. So an application and a process can, of course, be different. A process can also be something like a virus scan or an agent that you're running on your machine that doesn't have a full GUI. So you can find that at the processes. And in the applications, you can find the applications that do have that are just like an exe or something that is starting up that the user is interacting with. So in this case, we're going to look at Zoom. We can see that it's either or that you select here, right? So it's either an application or a process name. You don't have to select both. You see that all the widgets will get filtered on Zoom, and it still says like all processes because it will find. So as you can see, it found two processes that are part of Zoom. One with the capital Z and the other one with normal. So we're now just looking at both of them. We can, if we want, filter it down to say, okay, zoom.exe and only the one with the capital C. But yeah, that is, if you want to do that, you can. But in theory, it's just select the application or select the process you want to look at. So we can see that we have 8 users over the past 7 days that have used Zoom. It was for 4 hours and 41 minutes in focus. It had a total of 219 processes of Zoom, 44 crashes. We didn't have any Zoom hangs, but we did have one Zoom freeze. Then next up, we see the top users for Zoom. So we see that CC Clear had for 1 hour and 56 minutes had Zoom open. And next to that, we see the launch time. So we also see that CC Clear had the slowest launch time of Zoom with 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So that's worth investigating. Then here we can see the devices that had the crashes and the devices that had the freezes and the hangs. So there weren't hangs, so this one is empty, but we see the other ones. Do know that, again, like all usernames and all device names are clickable and will bring you to the correct user or device. And even within the same time frame, by the way. I don't know if I show that in a different Widget Wednesday yet, but I'm going to show it now. If you select a 7-day time frame and you click on a device, you will see that we automatically add that same time frame that you're looking at. So it's also going to a 7-day time frame here, which is handy. So next to that, we have the versions that are crashing and freezing and hanging. And you will see that, for example, we found 2 different versions of Zoom here. So we see one actually didn't give his version correctly, probably true, because I don't think there is a Zoom version 0. But yeah, but you do see that it is different versions. So imagine you're using this dashboard to find out if the latest Chrome update, the impact of that, is it less stable? Then yes, here you will see like a graph showing more hangs, more freezes, or less, or the same. And you can visualize it per version. So you can clearly see, okay, this is the different version than that. Then under that, we have these 3 widgets. So we have time in high resource procs for all the zoom.exe. What this means is we have a data index that if a resource or a process or an application is misbehaving, it's taking up a lot of resources, we take a note of it in our high resource proc. So our high resource proc says, okay, it's now getting too high. We're going to monitor this very closely, and we use that data in the product. But here in the dashboard, we're also looking at that. So we can see for the last 7 days, this application has spent 18, almost 19 hours of his time also in that high resource proc, which for an application of Zoom kind of makes sense, right? It is a bit heavier. It requires your webcam, audio streaming, everything. So you would think that it takes a little bit more resources. This is also just a good metric to compare, right? So if you did an application update on a certain date, take a week before, take a week after, and see if it spends way more time in the high resource procs, then you might know like, oh, this application has become more intensive and we have more widgets coming to display that. Next one is, this is one of, here we're doing the P99 of the launch time of Zoom. So this is like, get me the almost like the worst 1% launch time. So that is 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Also a good metric to check out, especially after updates and stuff, as that become even worse or better. And this is for all the processes combined during the whole time that it's running, the load that it's generating. So you can see it's almost 3% of CPU load on the environment. Keep in mind that applications like Google Chrome can start up like 40 processes, and some of those processes will just stay at 0 the whole time. So these numbers are usually pretty low. Again, it's more, these numbers are more for you to have a compare. So you can set a baseline, because of course we can. So imagine we had an update on the 19th. So I can let's take the 12th till the 18th. I can notice these numbers, right? And then I can set it, okay, but how is now after the 19th till the 25th, and can see if the numbers has changed. So that might mean that the application has taken more impact and resources. So this is really helping you a lot with this. And as you might know, we also recently added trends to widgets. So you have a trend up and down. That we are adding those to this dashboard too. So this dashboard will have trend indicators. I think they're coming next Sunday. But yeah, so it will be even more useful. So we are going a little bit over our 5 minutes Widget Wednesday. So let's continue. But I wanted to really explain this dashboard a bit, because I think it's really handy dashboard. Next up, we have CPU time. So this is the time that it's on the CPU. Again, it's more of a metric like comparing. For example, if I did an update on the 26th, I can see that after that did less or more CPU time. The same is with average RAM usage of the application. It's really just indicators of like, have something changed? Is it become more or less RAM intensive? CPU load, high resource program. Well, that one is empty for Zoom. So again, high resource proc only goes when it is misbehaving or it's using a lot. We have here a over time of the P90. So here we can see that one day we had this very long startup of Zoom. Maybe it did an update or whatever. And after that, it went to very, very fast again. We also have network data coming in and out. So network data coming in, network data coming out. And disk reads and disk writes. So again, this dashboard really helps you not only identify who are your biggest users using it, right? Because we have more dashboards displaying this, but it also shows you launch time, CPU load, all the things about your application. And I think the best use case here is really doing a before and after when making after an update, and selecting that update date, and then take time before, time after, and compare how it has impacted your environment, and see if there are more hangs, freezes, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope this was a learning that you learned something this Widget Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next one.